What is up? This is a replay review that I've been sent. The player here is H, who is Grand Champ, I believe, in 1v1, but he only really ever plays 1v1. He doesn't really play 3v3 that much, and the replay is in 3v3. So we're not really going to focus on mechanical plays and stuff because being GC and ones, he's going to be pretty good mechanically. It's more just rotation and stuff and how to fit in as a team. And I thought that looking at this, it would help quite a lot for other players in general. So I asked him, and he said that I could make this public. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the replay review. Alright, first of all, I mean, we said it, like, the fake kickoff, not to do that. That's close. That's fair enough. Good, rotating back post. I mean, maybe here. In 3v3, you don't need to move so fast all the time. Maybe here, you want to just hit the brakes a little bit, so you've got enough time to, like, react when the ball hits the wall. That way you're able to react in time and maybe get up and maybe shoot that. It's kind of unlucky with the wave dash. Alright. Really fucking good kickoff. That's in, isn't it? Yeah, nice. I remember that kickoff actually. It was fucking insane. And another one. What the hell? Now here, there's one problem I got with this. Right, so if you think about it, like your boost count here, right? So you've got 45 boost. Now, if we switch to Lewis's point of view, he's got 0 boost. So realistically, this boost that you go to should be Lewis's, because to be honest, if you cheated up like through the middle, and like went for the ball instead of the boost, you would have had more than enough momentum and boost to be able to get to the ball. You faked you out, it's kind of unfortunate, but it's what it is. I got bumped, that's kind of yikes. But yeah, I feel like that goal you could have just maybe kept your momentum to the ball and probably would have been alright. Whereas there, that's fine, like that's your boost, that's your turn to get the boost. Nice, good challenge. Me and Lewis double commit, nice. Good challenge there, I like it. Good speed as well. Staying with the play, very nice. It's kind of unlucky that you bumped Lewis. Yeah, kind of unfortunate. Didn't even mean to pause that. Good touch. I feel like here, because I've got boost and I'm pretty sure you can see that I'll have boost. Yeah, so you've just watched me if we rewind it further. So if we rewind to the kickoff, you can see me over there going for that 100 boost, which means you know I have boost. It's kind of like the same skill as 1v1, like keeping track of how much boost your opponent has. It's kind of the same thing, except you've got way more players to think about, which is why you're probably finding threes a lot harder. Like, you're worrying about literally 4 more cars on the field. Because what if you break this down really slowly, so you can see that I've got boost. So you go for the challenge. Now, Lewis has gone for this ball, so I still theoretically have probably about 80 boost right now. And then here, you can see me coming across in front of you. Bearing in mind, you have 0 boost and you know that I have boost. So here, I'm going because I have boost, which means what you should realistically be thinking about doing. Look here, 85 boost for me. Let's fly. This boost, I'm guessing, is going to spawn sometime soon. Yep. So if you like waited around this boost, bearing in mind I'm challenging the ball here as well. If you wait around this boost, you'll probably just get that and everything will be fine. I can't remember what button it is to get back onto player view. There we go. Alright, let's keep watching it. That double commit as well, like, just because I'm going for the ball and I'm in front of you, bearing in mind I can't see behind me, but you can obviously see me. What I'm noticing though is you're really speedy, which is quite a good thing if you just learn when to hit the brakes. Good speed. Kind of bumped Lewis. Now here, it's kind of, the rotation's kind of ugly here, I guess. Because Lewis has just gone for this mid boost, which means you know that that mid boost isn't going to spawn. So what I'd recommend doing is, because you know Lewis is going to go for this next ball and you're quite speedy, you've got two options. You either go for their back corner or our back corner. Either one will do. Or just pick up a couple of pads. But going for this mid boost, you know that Lewis has just picked it up, so kind of counterproductive. And same situation again, you know that Lewis has 100 boost, so you probably should have just backed off to our back boost at this point and just got boost. Really good speed on the recovery though to get back. Good demo. Maybe turn ball cam on a bit earlier here because you couldn't see that that was happening. Like, if we go back. Yeah, so about here, your wave dashing. So what I'd do is I'd get a wave dash towards the boost. Make sure that your car is facing towards that mid boost. And then turn your ball cam on. And then that way, you would have known the ball's coming. And because I feel like it kind of caught you by surprise a little bit, just from the way your car moved. So it's kind of just, being in ball cam just makes you a bit more aware of what's going on. It's unfortunate to get bumped. Good speed. Okay, not a bad challenge. Okay. So, like rotation wise, this is kind of where your habits from 1v1 don't really tie in with 3v3. So here, you've got Lewis in front of you here. Granted, he doesn't have momentum. He could have really flipped towards this ball, but it makes it a lot more confusing by you cutting in here. What I recommend that you do instead in this situation, when you can see, look, so you're way behind both of us. So what I'd recommend, let's find your car. Where's your car? How do I fly? Okay. So what I'd recommend you do is path something like this. You go to this boost first, and then you've got the option, if you don't think you have enough time, you've got the option of like swooping into net this way. But if you do have enough time, you've got enough time to go get this boost and then go. That's kind of up to you, but I need to get onto player view. This is scuffed as fuck. Okay, we're on player view. Nice. Because there it's kind of ugly. Like, this is why I say it's ugly. Because Lewis doesn't really know you're coming. He thought he was first man in rotation, so he thought this is his ball to go for. So realistically, you should be somewhere behind me. Either way, you do really well to get to the ball at least. That's always a bonus, because you've got that speed, you kind of got away with it a bit. Alright, nice, straight into net. I feel like here, you kind of, again, it's like, with 3v3, sometimes it's not about how fast you're going, it's just where you are, and where you need to be going. So, here, you kind of can afford to slow down a bit, because you're in the right position here. Like, this is probably the perfect position for you to be in right now. Maybe a bit more backwards in the net in case a shot comes in. But moving forward here, it just gives you way less time to react. And the ball gets around you as a result. So, you kind of need to just, like, learn to sometimes slow down a bit and, like, give yourself time to react. And that's not your ball to go for. Like, again, you have momentum, which is fine, but you can see here I'm like trying to catch the ball, so you kind of hitting it off me kind of makes it really awkward. They end up stealing the boost as well, and then that leaves you chasing with 0. You do get a good bump though. Good speed to turn around on that. Unlucky. Nice. I mean, realistically, if you were solo queuing, I'm not sure if you would have done that, but I wouldn't recommend doing that solo queuing, but, you know, it's up to you. If you're, like, strict, if you really want to rank up, because I know, obviously, like, you're a freestyler, like, I know that ranking up isn't, like, your focus, but, like, here, I don't know you're jumping for this. I can't remember if we were in comms or not. I don't think we were. No, we weren't in comms. Which means I had absolutely no way of knowing that you were up for this. If you're in comms, this is an entirely different story, because you could just tell me that you're on the ceiling, and that's fine. I can, like, adapt to it. But if you look at what happens, I'm here trying to follow my own touch. Meanwhile, you're kind of just there, not really doing anything. Like, kind of just wasting boost, I guess. And ultimately, if you want to put a cause down to this goal, you kind of used all your boost to just kind of do nothing, and the ball just went in. Like, again, it's like freestyling is like your thing, so I can totally understand why you did it, but if ranking up is what you want to do, then it's not really the type of thing you should go for. Nice. Close. Good boost grab. Yeah, here. So here, it's another case of just having momentum. So you can see that I don't know you're there. Now, there are two things that can possibly happen. I win this ball, and if I win it, I can most likely follow it up myself. But more importantly, if they win it, then it's literally going to be going straight towards our net, right? So at this point, you should be thinking about, like, slowing down maybe a little bit, give yourself some time to react, and head a little bit, like, maybe towards our net. Instead of going towards it, because I don't know you're there, and then they just beat us both to it. And did they score? No. Kind of luckily for you they didn't score, but just need to slow down sometimes. But don't get me wrong, your speed is really good. There are just times where you need to, like, kind of just realize that you're in the right position already, so you just need to slow down. Because sometimes you just need to let the ball come to you. Kind of unfortunate. I mean, I guess you saw Lewis whip in front of you, but I don't know. Bit of a weird situation, to be honest. Close. Unlucky. I can see what you're trying to do there, that's fine. Oh, that's unfortunate. I remember this game actually. But yeah, if you want a couple of pointers about this game, you basically just the speed is good. Um, like you just sometimes need to just realize that you need to just stay where you are if you're in the right position. You've basically just got to think if your teammate's going for the ball. That what I do when I position myself is, it takes a bit of time, but you kind of think to yourself, what do I do if my teammate wins the ball? Where will the ball end up? Where will the ball end up if the opponents win the ball? Like, you need to think about that. Think about what's more likely to happen and kind of just judge your position of. Like, if you can see your teammate is clearly going to win the ball, push up by all means and try and, like, get to the next touch. And by the same token, if you can see the opponent's, like, going to win by an absolute mile, you've got to just drop back a little bit, let them beat your opponent to the ball, and then try and beat them to the next touch. Because obviously sometimes you just need to let the ball do the work. Like, you're in the right place already. You moving fast will sometimes just put you in the wrong position, and you just need to kind of just realize when that is. Another thing is, with rotation, if you can see your teammate in front of you, you kind of got to think to yourself, can they see me? Like, realistically, can they see you? And there was a lot of times where realistically, me or Lewis had absolutely no idea you were coming, which kind of made it a bit awkward because we obviously had no idea you were going to be there. You kind of just appeared out of nowhere. Whereas you kind of just need to follow the rotation. The rotation's kind of, if you think about, if we zoom out a lot, let's get the HUD. So basically, with a rotation, you kind of end up with, how do you? Okay. So let's have a proper look at what rotation looks like. So let's look at what the other team are doing. So one goes, then he's gonna go. Notice how, okay, so he's gone back, he goes up, he comes up, he's gonna start coming back, then he comes up. If you think, a way that you can think of it is kind of like juggling. So if you were juggling three balls, one's in mid-air, you can think of that as going for the ball. One of them is in one hand about to go up, and then one of them's in your other hand about to go back. Kind of think of it like that way if you're juggling three balls. That's how a rotation kind of works in threes. Obviously, there are times where your teammates are absolutely nowhere to be seen and you've just got to go for the ball. And it's kind of really situational. You kind of just get a feel for it for playing. So yeah, hopefully you guys find something helpful about this video that can probably translate into your gameplay. Because a lot of this is based. So I'm sure there's a few pointers that you can apply to your own games. For those that are wondering, if you want a replay review for yourself, you need to be a tier 1 or a prime sub in my stream, or you could gift £5 worth of bits or a £5 donation, either will do. Anything along those lines will earn you a replay review alongside, I think it's 10,000 channel points or something. But yeah, link to my Twitch will be in the description for that. Also, members of B3, so my teammates, they're well aware of it anyway, but they'll get it for free. But anyone outside of B3, you just have to hit one of those requirements. So be a sub or donate past a certain threshold. And yeah, I hope you guys find this useful. Not every replay review I do will be made public, but if I choose to make it public, I will ask you first before I make it public, because obviously it's your replay review. It's completely up to you. It's fine by me. But this one, I thought it would just have a lot of pointers that could help a lot of other people. So yeah, please leave a like if you found it useful. Drop a subscription if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video.